So you're looking to get YouTube partnership so that you can monetize your channel, but you're not sure how long it'll take, or maybe you're looking for some tips or tricks. I've got you today. Make sure you stick around. We're going to talk about how I just recently got YouTube partner and how you can use some of the strategies I used on your channel. Let's get started. Before we get into the video, I just want to say thank you for stopping by. I'm Cyrus, and I'm here not only to improve the streaming experience for you, but also for your viewers. I'm also dabbling a little bit more tech here lately, and today we're actually not talking about any of that except this channel. So if you enjoy this content, make sure you hit it with a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell for notifications so you don't miss content like this. Also, I do stream on Twitch 3 days a week. Make sure you check me out over there. The link for that is in the description. Also, jump in the Darkness Discord. We have a fantastic community. We'd love for you to be a part of it and be a part of your growth. And with that out of the way, let's talk about YouTube, how I got to monetization within the time frame that I did, and maybe some tips on what you can do on your channel that I used on mine. So let's get started with that. So before I go into my analytics and we talk about some of the tips, I just want to talk about the whole monetization process in its entirety. To get monetized on YouTube or to receive YouTube partnership, you have to reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours within the last year. That's the 365 days. Now, that might seem like a little, or that might seem like a lot. And depending on where you are in your YouTube process, that could be, again, really daunting, or you could be really close already. So I hope that today I can provide some insight either into what I was able to go through mine and maybe to help you show what you can do on your channel to help that. So I'm going to go over into YouTube Analytics. I'm going to show you what my path looked like, talk about some of the strategies specifically that I used, provide some resources for you that are going to be helpful, and then wrap all this up with maybe some questions that I've heard in the community and would love to be able to share those with you. So let's jump in the analytics and I'm going to show you what we can do. All right, so we're in our YouTube Analytics and I've done nothing fancy or anything. I'll just go ahead and refresh. What I want to go ahead and do is talk about what your YouTube Analytics looks like right now for you and how it might be different for someone who is YouTube partner. On the left side of the screen, you're going to see dashboard, videos, playlists, analytics, comments, subtitles, copyright, monetization, and customization. These change often because YouTube changes things all the time, so it might look different depending on when you're watching this video. It's November 2020 right now, so under monetization, when you click on it, it's going to give you all the options that you need and all the information about monetizing your channel. It's not going to look like that for you right now because you might not be YouTube partner, but if you are, this is what it will look like, or this is what yours does look like. It'll give you an overview of the things you can get for video advertising, memberships, supers, how you can control your memberships, as well as your supers like your super chats and the stickers that come along with that. But what you'll see is actually a panel that looks like it's got little RPM gauges or tachometer gauges that will go ahead and show you how close you are on your subs or how close you are on your watch time. And again, that might change with a YouTube Analytics update. But for now, you're going to see that you're on that track and it'll go ahead and show you where you're going. With that, I'm actually going to jump over to Analytics. We're going to talk about what you see there, and we're going to go back, take a look at history, and go from there. So we're over in our YouTube Analytics right now. You can actually see several things here, and you can go ahead and take a peruse at what you see. What I'm going to show you right now is for the last 28 days on my channel, I've received 35.7 thousand views, 1.7 thousand watch hours. I've gained 456 subscribers, and within the last 4 days, because I just got YouTube partner, I think it was the 9th is when I got it, or maybe it was the 10th, but once putting it in there, since then I've made $24 just within those 4 days, and that's been wonderful to see that growth. And as this is going across, but looking at what we're going through as far as subscribers and watch time, these are your two important metrics. But I actually want to say you need to lean more onto what the views look like. What I've seen is a correlation in when I increase my views, obviously, you're going to get more watch time. And then with that, depending on if they enjoy the video, you're going to get more subscribers. So I want to talk about some tips and tricks on how you can improve that and get some more clicks for your channels. But I want to go ahead and show you what the last 365 days look like for me and show you what those analytics have done. So From the time that I started a year ago uploading, I've been having videos. That's horrible. I've had videos posting for a while. Let's actually change it to lifetime. My channel was created July 12th of 2019, and I uploaded a video somewhere in here. And then from there, we kind of continued to push forward. As you can see, if I get to views, I wasn't getting very many views, obviously 0 through the time I wasn't uploading, and then I started getting 40s and 20s and things like that. But when I started uploading daily through November, I uploaded all the way through November into December, almost daily. I was starting to get some views, and then I finally uploaded a video that got some traction, got a day of 219, pushed through here, and then as we continue forward, you can see a slow growth until I get to about 209, and then I plateau out. And this is right around the time when coronavirus hit. March 16th was actually the first Monday. I'm a teacher as well. It's actually the first Monday where we weren't actually in the building. And you can see my views dropped, not only because I wasn't uploading as often, I was uploading, but because I feel like it had something to do with it as well. Maybe not, maybe that's just my channel in particular. But right around August, when we were going back to school, I started to see a spike in my views every single day. And as you can see, I'm pushing up 104, 96, 207, 331, 342, 404, 431, 423, 491. And then I hit one of my first big milestones is right here, a video I uploaded that got, I think it was 3,000 views in one day. And this was kind of an outlier, and we'll show that video in a second. It was kind of an outlier. I'm not really going to count that as anything. I think it maybe accelerated me a few days because my growth continued past that 600s all the way through, and now I'm getting about 1,500 views a day now, and this growth is continuing forward. And if you look at the last 90 days, you can kind of see that growth as it pushes up into this graph here. So let's go look at some of those videos, and I'll show you what it looks like from that side, and then we'll talk about watch hours and subscribers, and we'll talk about ways that you can set your channel up. So let's go look at my highest viewed video right now. This video is about free overlays and alerts for people who are on Xbox or PS4. It's actually a really nice video. I'm going to link it up here if you want to go check it out. But what it is I've gotten 31,000 views just on this video alone. This has kind of carried my growth in a way, because you can see I've gotten almost 500 subscribers from this video alone and 2,000 watch hours from here. And you would think, wow, so one video can do this? Yeah, one video can do this. And I'm still getting 1,437 views every 2 days. So about 800 views, 700 views a day on this video. And as you can see, if I drop this back to like the last 90 days, that's where we've been seeing a lot of this growth. You can see this video started taking off and then slowly growing as it's continued to push forward. And I suspect that this is going to continue to go forward. So what was special about this video? Why did this video go forward? Well, it was essentially how I SEO'd this video. I definitely hit a specific audience, people who are console streamers who don't have a capture card. How do they get alerts and stuff on their stream from Twitch without having to pay expensive prices for whether it be a capture card or a computer? And so I was wanting to hit a niche, and I got kind of exposed to one of these extensions, and I kind of played on that. So I hit the title with a whole mess of keywords. I went ahead and put a whole bunch of keywords inside of the description, and then I went ahead and put a bunch of keywords even in the tags. Now, we'll talk about what all of this is in just a moment, but what I want to say is that your SEO, your thumbnail, your title, those things are so important for your YouTube growth. And the more time you put into thinking about what those look like, the better response you're going to get for your YouTube channel. But not only for that, but for all of your social medias that are linked. So what I'll say is this: when it comes to SEO and you look at your titles, like this one is free Twitch alerts and overlays for Xbox, PS4 console streamers without OBS slobs or a capture card. It is overloaded with keywords, and I'm trying to get things that when people go to YouTube, they are typing in those words like free alerts for Xbox. How do I get overlays on Xbox? Streaming to Twitch from Xbox, streaming to Twitch from PS4. I'm hitting all of those keywords just because they're in my title. And going forward, I tried to continue to repeat that exercise as I was trying to make more videos. And then not only that, I used all of those keywords and put them in the description. Like right here, I said, we talk about a video that uses Twitch extensions to add overlays and alerts for free over your Twitch stream. There's Twitch twice. I even say it again, this is fantastic for those streaming directly to Twitch from Xbox or PS4, and then even follow me on Twitch as later. So Twitch is so many times in here that when somebody types in Twitch, this is pinged so many, you know, it's just coming up in search a lot. So another part of it is your thumbnail and your title. So that is your title, but my thumbnail was very clean in the fact that it was using yellow colors. I think that yellow is a very bright color. It pops to the eye. I think it's one of the first colors that's perceived by the eye. So I use that a lot in my titles. If you ever look at my channel, you'll see a lot of mine actually have yellow. Here, I'll pull that up so you can take a look now. But most of my titles actually have yellow in them. And the reason for that is I think that yellow really pops for the eye. So, and then I also put the Xbox logo, the PS4, and then the other logos with an X. Very emotional in the fact that I'm saying you don't need those. But that's not the full story with this video. When I uploaded this really early on, I go all the way back to, I think, let's go back to like July. I take this back there. And I've set this, let's just go back to 8. Within the first 28 days, I had 1,000 views on this video, 23 subscribers, and only 63 hours of watch time. And that's not a lot, and that's kind of average for the videos that I make now. It wasn't a whole bunch, but when you add that up and you see this growth curve that occurred, we see from the very front, we had some slow growth. We start pushing through. These are days, views per day. But then we start slowly getting kind of this growth. And then it wasn't until around October-ish that we really started to see this kind of explosive growth on this video, to see over 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 views on this video every single day, which really carried this video. All right, we're gonna go look at a different kind of video. That one that I made was called Evergreen Content. And until those extensions are removed from Twitch, they will always be there for you to be putting on your streams, regardless of if this is next year. So that video was made 5 months ago, and it's still relevant today. Those extensions are still available today and will continue to be there. Let's go look at one that is not. It's called reactionary content, or kind of like in-your-face content right now. So this video is actually not very well received. This one was, if I go to details, it says, don't buy the NVIDIA RTX 3070, 80, or 90 before watching this video. However, I did have a really kind of charged title at first, and I got a lot of flack in the comments and a lot of dislikes, but reactions are good. Don't try to focus on whether it was liked or disliked. Focus on the fact that people are interacting with your video. That's what YouTube wants. And for the thumbnail, I'm actually using some kind of, I don't know, charged things, like putting the trash can on there with the money as well as the graphics card inside it, kind of trying to show that controversial side. So, but when we look at the analytics for this video, you'll see that stuff that's kind of like trending, stuff that's happening right now, news that's right now that might not be relevant tomorrow. Videos look similar to this. You get a lot of traction very quickly. So this video was uploaded on Thursday, September 10th, had 0 views. And by Friday, September 11th, the same 24 hours just after that, 3,000 views. Then one more day later, I had about, I don't know, however many views, and then it leveled off about 4 days later, around 4,800 views. And since then, the amount of views has just been so slow in a way that it's just kind of trickled down, and you can see that in a different graph here. So I had 148 views on the 10th, 3,110 on the 11th, the 12th, 542, 550, and then it kind of just trickled down, and now I'm getting less than 10 views on this video. So even though this video looked like it was promising, because it was content that was right in your face in that moment, and because I changed the title, this one didn't actually carry any further, because the next week NVIDIA was dropping more information. So it didn't become relevant anymore. So let's go ahead and back off this, and I'm going to show you another video, something else. So this is the last thing and we'll move forward. Once you have a video that's getting traction, like for example, my video I showed you a second ago that's got over 30,000 views, it got some traction. I would tell you that you need to double down on that content, which is exactly what I did. I did another video dedicated to one of the overlays, one of the extensions on Twitch, which was called Overlay Expert. And I doubled down on that and said, okay, I'm going to make this dedicated video that is for this extension, put it on there, etc. And what happens is I'm able to now link this video at the end of the 30,000 video and then push it forward and then get more traction on this. And you can see that even in this video, I'm getting more traction. Let me change it to the other one. You can see I'm getting more traction with this video since it's been uploaded, and I didn't get a lot of views with this until maybe about the same time as the other one was going up. So around here, I'm at like 50s and 60s, and then I start to get more traction. And it's just because I started linking it and tagging it to the other video and trying to double down on that content. So if we were going to wrap up some of my suggestions for you, here's where I would put that. If you're just getting into YouTube, what I would recommend is definitely go ahead and figure out what your niche is. My niche right now is still kind of broad in the fact that I kind of want to do several things and try several things for the channel. I'm small enough that I think I could try those things. Like right now, I'm kind of into some computer parts. I kind of want to do a little bit more tech. However, I'm enjoying the process of helping streamers and bringing them into the Discord and helping their stream improve by giving them advice. So my niche is kind of streaming community as well as technology. That's kind of where I want to push. Now, that might not be yours, but you can always try to figure out what your niche is, do some research, look at what some other channels are doing. If you're doing baking, for example, go ahead and think about what is a baking channel. Maybe you need to say, I'm going to do only this kind of pastry and really kind of center your content around that, or one pan meals, or you know, baking in 10 minutes. Something that's going to be unique. Go ahead and bring it to that aspect. That's number one. Number two, when you're getting a video, really learn what search engine optimization is and take some time to get someone to educate you on that. Like, what is SEO? How does it improve your video relating to the YouTube algorithm, which feels like it changes every day. But the truth is, as long as you can keep people on the platform, watching the content, continuing to ingest and digest your content, they will continue to recommend your videos. And once you start getting that traction of people watching your content continuously, it's going to improve. The next thing I would recommend is really focus on what your titles and your thumbnails are. SEO comes to a part of this, but as far as your thumbnails, it doesn't have to be very cluttered. You don't have to have so much on the screen that they don't understand. So think about your thumbnail being very relevant. It doesn't need to match the same title. You shouldn't have to use the same words on both sides because they're going to go hand in hand. So make sure that your thumbnail is unique, it's eye-popping. Think about how it's going to look on a phone screen. So shrink that thumbnail way down and really think, how is this going to look really small? Is it going to be eye-catching? Is it unique to the viewer? And I guess the last thing I would say is understand that this process is slow. Some people get a really big push and go straight to YouTube partner very quickly. It took me over a year before I started seeing myself push over 200 subscribers. And I had already uploaded over 90 videos. And I know that sounds crazy and that might sound daunting, but I was at a point there thinking, I'm not going to get this growth. Maybe I should stop. And it was around that time that one of my videos actually started getting some traction. And if I didn't have that, I'm not really sure, because I was investing a lot of time and I was kind of getting burned out, but not really. I was just wanting to see that investment. And then within a span of just a few months, I started seeing that growth. And you might have a completely different reaction. Yours might take 2 years. Yours might take 2 weeks. It might take 2 days. So make sure you're giving it everything you want, have realistic expectations. And when you finally do get monetized, understand that it's not this huge payout immediately. There's a whole bunch of stuff that can go over in another video. But like, for example, in the last 4 days, I've made $24. So obviously that's not enough to make a full-time income off of. But just know that have realistic expectations. Don't put yourself or set yourself up for something that you're not going to be able to achieve and that you burn out and ultimately give up when you've probably missed the perfect opportunity, which almost happened to me. So make sure you give yourself some time to really reflect, make some goals, try to work towards them, make them realistic. And I think that's about it. There's probably a lot of other things I need to cover. One of the big questions that's asked all the time is, hey, how are you able to make those videos? I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to make a thumbnail. I don't know how to do this. And that's probably the biggest question that I get as a YouTuber who's trying to grow. And, how did I do this? How did I learn? Do I have those skills? And the truth is, yeah, I do have some skills. I do teach a media class at a school, but that didn't mean that I didn't spend plenty of time watching tutorials, figuring out new ways to do things. What technology do I need? Do I need something that's expensive? Do I not need something that's expensive? What should I invest in? And really taking time to understand where I was in the process to improve not only the content that I'm trying to give out now, but also my skill set that will improve my videos later. Always trying to build upon what I'm doing. So I would just tell you, make sure you take it one video at a time. And once you finish a video and you go to the next one, try something new. Try to improve your last video. Make sure you're watching your previous videos with a nice constructive eye so that hey, that video was there. I put a video up. It's not perfect. It might not be perfect right now, but I know I can improve things and continue to upload. Don't try to just go for perfection. And I guess I'll go ahead and wrap up the whole idea of this YouTube channel with this. Make sure that you always understand where you're going. And I think I've said that several times now, but what I mean by that is, if your goal is to be a YouTube content creator, a Twitch content creator, or an Instagram content creator, whatever the kind of creator, whatever you're doing, make sure you're intentional about it. Really think about what that looks like, the optics of what you're doing, how you carry yourself in a professional manner, not only on and off the platform, but within your communities. And think about how you're going to respond when you finally do get some traction, because depending on how often you upload and what you do, inevitably you will grow. So when you start doing that, are you prepared? Are you already thinking of the mindset of, how do I make videos for someone who has already 1,000 subscribers? Should I be making videos thinking I'm already someone who has a lot of subscribers and a bunch of following or whatever on any platform? You should already be thinking about, what is it going to look like if I grew tomorrow? And should I already have been preparing myself for that mentally? So I wasn't expecting to get YouTube monetized this year. I was expecting it to be about February or March of next year based upon analytics, but I had a huge growth. And I just want to say thank you to the community. Guys, without you, this wouldn't even be possible. I think it's the best community ever. You guys are fantastic. I've never seen someone rally around someone so small so quickly, and really enjoy that time. So with that being said, guys, make sure you jump in the Darkness Discord. Come be a part of our family. I'd love for you to connect. I'd love to just meet you and talk to you. Also, I do stream on Twitch 3 days a week, so go ahead and jump over there and come jump in chat, play some games, whatever the case. And if you enjoyed this video, hit it with a like, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications. I'm Cyrus, and welcome to the darkness. We'll catch you next time.